Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Does Culture Matter by E.M. Foster. Foster says that people today are either indifferent, that is, they are not bothered about the aesthetic creations. Aesthetic means which gives you a sense of beauty, which makes you happy, and creations is individual creation which happened in the past, or the people are suspicious of them because they do not know the value of it. And he says that beautiful and interesting things that men have made in the past are actually handed down to us. But today's modern people argue that these things which are handed over to us from the past take a great deal of room, that is space in their area, or they occupy too much of their time. And all this is because the world now is fully immersed in science and they feel that they can never profit by tradition. And what Foster says is all these things from the past are actually artistic treasures. That is, we have to think they are great wealth. And this great treasure can be in the form of books, music, or paintings, and other things also. But today, in this modern world, all these objects of culture are losing its value because people only go for cheap amusement and they never care for classics, whether it is music or whatever it is, and they're also indifferent, good tempered, and at the same time we should appreciate them because they have not totally denounced it. Mrs. Lewis in her novel has studied this hostility, and she says that though fiction has been the bestseller for the past 20 years, it has only later realized its power. And the popular novelists of this day, they only spread venom through their writings and they are supported by the press and the cheap libraries. And trivial instances which suggest the past and the creations which are from the past are actually losing their honor and they are on their way of being jettisoned, that is being totally getting rid of it. And Foster says that we are actually in an age of unrest. And old stuff means not only books, pictures, and music, but we should have the power to enjoy and understand them. Then only we will know the value of them. And if such power is something which we are going to lose, then a time will come when all the books will be only found in the museum. And Foster says that the past is often uncongenial because the trained mind can surmount them and reach the essential. Life is definitely not a nightmare, that's what he says, because they will be work for all and also play for all. That is, all of us will have some way to survive in this world, and at the same time, all of us will have a way to find peace in ourselves. Unless we put a deep of culture and tradition, both this culture and tradition may split. But many of us only prefer to sleep that has no dreams because sleep means dreams will be there. But mere sleep without a dream has no meaning. And many of us prefer only that. And when we take the cultivated people, they are like a drop of ink in an ocean. Ocean is so big and only drop of ink. So it can mix easily and disappear in the other drops. And in those days cultivated people will have only cultivated friends, and when they meet other people which are not cultivated, they become tongue tied, that is they will not express their views. But today it is not like that. Everyone will feel that they can express their view, and he says this is one of the improvement that has happened in England after the wars. And he says that no one now is there to listen to your agonies. Everyone are preoccupied with their own work, and so the whole world is filled with noises and louder noises. And therefore, your agony, when you're going to express your agony, it will be like a whisper in the corner of the world which is filled with so much of noise, and no one is going to hear it. And all of us have a little knowledge about books, pictures, and tunes. In the past, culture was paid for, and this was paid by the ruling classes who had a lot of money. And those who received the money also, they never knew for what they were being paid. And more money will come if you are a very religious person, that is, if you went to the church. and in fact it was a form of a social snobbery, and the artists and the authors all benefited from it. But now people are becoming more clear and they are more honest, and they refuse to pay to things which they actually don't want. And Foster asks not to recommend culture. He says, without any bitterness, let us sit upon the ground. Let us talk about all the sad stories of the death of kings. Let us drink wine. And without any bitterness, let us receive all that. Because time has actually trained us to look at these matters without any shame or pride. And Foster says that there are definitely a few among us who still care for culture and good art. Then they have the duty to communicate about all this enjoyment to their neighbors, and it is their duty to ensure the preservation of what we have inherited in the form of the past. And this is what he says here. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.